everyone, my name is Cal, and we are back with the 5th episode of Danganronpa Lapse. And yes, we are starting the class trial now of Chapter 1, which is really exciting, and it is so exciting that I'm actually recording this right after the last episode. You would know that if you watched last episode. Why are you watching this episode without watching last episode? Last episode, basically what happened was music started playing out the speakers like shit with bananas. Then we went up to the second floor, and in the spa lounge, Pandora was dead in a reclining chair. And, God, I thoroughly anticipated, but still just hit like a truck. Oh my God. And then we didn't find much evidence in the scene, but we got everyone's testimonies, but still, I wonder how they're gonna handle this class trial. So, yeah. And we also got to meet Zero, who is the supposed mascot, and also Bakubo Monokuma. I will not say any more on the matter. Yeah, so let's get started. Without further ado, also I'm still gonna give him the Monokuma voice because, look, I like doing that voice, and I don't get to use it enough. So don't believe me, even if it doesn't fit. Okay. Without further ado, I take you all know why you're here. Yeah, we do, unfortunately. Jeez, you're a quiet bunch, aren't you? We're all here to suss out who done it! Yes, us, among us, find out the imposter, blah, 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 you know. In other words, you're all trying to figure out who the culprit of today's heinous crime is! And you all think you just get away with murder and want the prize? Nah, it's not that simple, you're crazy! As follows, discuss, discover, determine who the culprit is among your group! DDD! Inventory roll will seal the individual's fate, and we'll see what happens from there, yeah? One of the few outcomes will occur. A majority vote? Did you say majority vote? Determined voted correctly in the entire class is executed, with the culprit alone able to walk free with the ultimate prize! That was the ideal endgame for the culprit. Determined vote correctly, and the culprit alone for the proper retribution to perish at the hand of your group decision. Ew! It might just live to the end of the day! Opposite today is Pandora Spirit, the ultimate baker. It's very unsettling the way he says today. Like, it's good, there's gonna be a victim another day. Which definitely will be, but still unsettling. A sweet young lady who could do absolutely no wrong! She could put a fly if it even bit her! Do flies fight? I don't know! Or could she? Well, people get to bribe you! Well, with that out of the way, get the ducking! Get in your mouth! Who exactly are you? What? You're still asking even though I introduced myself so nice. You should have bigger concerns than that, like Hooker, kill your dear old big friend. I thought you actually cared about her. Talk about the murder. I can't believe who did it. It's in your top priority right now. No one wants to talk. Need I remind your lives are kind of on the line? If none of you start talking, you all default time and not the child, you'll be executed. You want that, do you? Executed? What does that mean? Echo, you silly little child. Executed means death. Death, you die. Dictionary definition of execute. They carry out a sentence of death. It's really quite simple, Echo. How did you not know this, you dumb little stupid? On the one hand, it makes my job easier. I'm not full of bad deductions. On the other hand, I'd be terribly bored if this game didn't go past the first chapter. Everyone, please, we need to discuss who could have possibly done the unthinkable. As trifling or even irrelevant as something may be, if you have any concerns about the case, speak now. Andy said, speak now. It's scary. Say, are you okay? Say, please don't push yourself. Yes, thank you. If you want this talk, I'll talk. I'll talk about how scared I am. I just want to go home. I can't get used to anything around here. I don't know any of you people. Did someone get killed? Say, I understand that it's difficult, but discussing our friend's death is necessary to ensure we don't find a similar fate ourselves. At the very least, we can try to remember our last moments with her. That Zero is right. We don't want to go down without a fight, right? Why don't we begin with
Pandora's last known whereabouts. The silence in the room was oppressive. A trial to defend ourselves. Why do you need to defend myself if I know for the fact that I would never kill her? Regardless, no way to start. Well then, I shall begin. Last I saw, we were sharing a quiet breakfast. I can back that. The group was composed of Art, Echo, Missy, and Pandora and myself in the dining hall around 7:40 a.m. to 10 a.m. After that, we all kind of went our own way. I went over the mansion with Echo to talk to the others for breakfast. Who do we see again, Echo? Thank you so much, Art. You're so helpful. We saw, Canon. We didn't see Ashley, so yeah, it was this one. Oh yeah, you're totally right. These people were Say, Canon, Forte, and La, and we asked them about their talents. That's right, but we were touring the mansion and we met with those four and no one else. The only ones you see after breakfast were Pandora and Ashley. I mean, we met with Pandora when you were talking to Canon, but she didn't stick around long. She said she had somewhere to be and left to go who knows where. So there's a period of time in which no one said Pandora last. Is that correct? The window apparently being somewhere between 10 a.m. and approximately 4 p.m. Can anyone else provide their whereabouts in that approximate time frame? I was on the study for a good portion of time in the afternoon. I went to the theater at about 2:30 p.m. Oh, you must have left just before I went in. I went to study at 3 p.m. I spent my time in my personal room. I wasn't in one place. I was investigating the mansion. Until 3, that is. I met up with Art for a little bit and eventually landed at the jazz club right before 4. I was regaling myself with the amenities in the theater for much of the afternoon. I was in my room too. After I had a meal with Art and Echo, I went back and didn't leave at all. I was in the attic for a while. It looks like no one has a particularly strong alibi except for Art and Echo, who can vouch for each other until 3 p.m. What does that mean? It means that many of us who are acting on our own for an extended period of time, our whereabouts can be heavily doubted. Anyone could have lied about their activity and set substance or a trap to get rid of Pandora since no one saw each other. So we're all sus? We're all suspicious? It's difficult to narrow down who's potentially suspicious on these claims alone. Let's calm down and think thoroughly. Why don't we move to talk with the fourth motive question? The question, along with the motivation music, was provided to push someone to commit crime. We ought to figure out what about the question would have caused such stress. The fourth motive question. A small group of us talked about it briefly this morning over breakfast, but ultimately we couldn't figure out the purpose of the question. Why don't we discuss the purpose now that everyone is present? Discussion commence. Okay. Purpose of the fourth motive question. The question was, are your talents a true representation of who you are? Who are you behind your talent? What could it mean? I should pay attention to the statements that sound interesting. Okay. A question to provoke killing? It makes no sense! How could a simple question make us do something as extreme as end someone's life? This morning we speculated that sharing the history behind our talents would only create a greater bond between us. I am being inclined to agree with that conclusion. It only makes sense after all. But it's also possible that it's a tactic used to instill trust and cause discord. The purpose of the fourth motive question. Okay. Greater bond. Greater bond? Echo, I believe you led our discussion this morning. You should be well versed in what everyone had to say and the consensus we came to. That's right. We all shared our thoughts and agreed nothing we said struck anyone strange. Strange. Purpose of the fourth motive question. Okay. Okay, then we got it. Fuck. Go to Ashley's statement. Okay, what do you mean by that, Ash? What do you mean by distrust, Ash? Let's say someone didn't want to talk about their talent, despite their talent being something that's highly lauded. If someone didn't want to talk about such an unassuming topic, their resistance should be suspicious, right? Just because someone's talent is public knowledge doesn't necessarily mean that the individual's life and practice behind it should be public as well. Ash, you kept your talent unknown to me for whatever reason. Are you saying you want me to believe you're suspicious? Of course not! How could you even say that? Just someone to ask about the fourth motive question and not get an answer? No! I just didn't want to bother anyone with such a potentially loaded question. Is my talent a true representation of who I am? I never thought my talent is a representation of me. It was simply a hobby that spiraled into something incredulous. I never would have thought racing would lead me to end up in such a strange mess. Sorry to press you so hard, Ash. Art asked me if I knew anything about your talent, and I couldn't properly answer him. That said, I think this conversation eventually proved your point, that it could cause discord. There's contention even between us. That's alright. I'm sorry if keeping a secret hurt you, Echo. I didn't mean to tie you up in such complications. It's not so complicated. You're my friend. If anything hurts, it's the fact that I burned you with this topic. Well, that's the point of discussion, isn't it? To bring ideas and theories to light? And I don't suppose I just performed an example of the question causing such an altercation. Ooh, okay. Wasn't... Why am I giving the art voice? Oh, wasn't that something? Let's try to reconcile with your differences for the sake of moving on. I suppose every discussion episode somewhere. Okay, as you were. Right, thank you for that bookend, Zero. In that case, what if the question posed was meant to make us look at the ultimate student's talents as an end justifies the means product? A mean justice fries served with what? A mean justice fries served with what? The end justifies the means, Art. I'm going to freaking a saying in which a result is deemed so important that any method, morally good or bad, may be used to achieve it. In this case, I believe what Echo is saying is regardless how someone achieves such an advanced talent or what the person is like behind it is meaningless in the grand scheme of having an ultimate talent. After all, didn't we sign up for the preservation project knowing full well that we need to bear an ultimate title? An ultimate title. A precariously valuable title someone receives for super excelling in their field of expertise. But what does this possibly have to do with Dara getting killed? No way anyone was like jealous of her talent or something, was there? We were all strangers before meeting in a scary place anyway. I feel like we're not getting much information here. I fully want to believe. I want to believe that we all got along well with her. We all got along well with each other, in fact. Without the killing game pressure, I don't see how anyone could possibly harbor any ill will. Nah, someone's gotta hate her! There's a million bitches on the planet. You know, somebody's gotta hate her. What? What? I'm bored! You don't know anything I should say! I gotta do your ability to get the ball around a little faster! Not a single person's going to be loved by everyone! It's just not possible! I mean, true. How could you say that? You did nothing but show kindness and warmth towards everyone! Pandora only ever wanted to share good food with good friends, as she always worked tirelessly to bring us all together with her delicacies. Ah! Oh, good show, everyone. You're all such great actors. It's been fun watching, but the discussion isn't really going anywhere. I'll just put an end to this now. This case, this trial, it's all an elaborate ARG scheme. Ugh. You're not bringing anything useful to the table either. Just tell us who it is. Lyle? God. Stop being your fucking antagonist ass and bitch ass for a second and just actually help us if you know anything about this goddamn case. We're all fucking stupid, please. It's all an act! The reason why there's so few clues, there's just a way to save resources. Imagine if the folks setting up the game had to use a bunch of fake blood to create the scene. Though I suppose the sake of entertainment, such doesn't exist to waste resources. Huh. Lyle, what are you talking about? Pandora isn't dead. She can't be. What? What? Nothing adds up. But I suppose if you want me to keep playing, I'll say this. Let's think about who was on the scene first. If I recall correctly, it was Echo, wasn't it? Yeah, I saw Pandora's body first, then I called for help, which made Cyrus and Canon arrive shortly after. Okay, easy. The culprit is one of you three. Ooh. What? On what grounds do you think you can speculate that? Pandora's supposed time of death is 4:05, right? That's the scene. You're just minding your own business in the mansion, not knowing what's to come. Soon some nasty music starts playing. One of you three starts getting stressed out, so you strangle the first person you see. How else can we narrow down the culprit? It has to be someone who sees the scene after 4 p.m., and that person couldn't have gotten far after escaping the crime scene. In my opinion, a motivated to kill all the stress from music is a kind of shoddy writing, but at least there was an attempt. Lyle keeps going on about the killing game being an ARG, but her death seems so real. We're real, guys. This is in the game. Wait, doesn't that mean everyone's alibis from early told them about anything? Bingo. That's what I was thinking too. It's probably one of the three, right? God, I really hope it's not Cyrus. I've been getting killer vibes from him the whole time, but like I didn't want to say anything because I feel like it was gonna curse it. But I love it. But like, I believe y'all discussed where your whereabouts. We were up to approximately 3 p.m. the latest, but no one said anything from then to 4 p.m. when the music started. The critical moment to consider is the time just before the murder occurred, obviously. If someone off Pandora via acute triangulation and made their getaway, it's not likely the culprit would have gotten far from then, and when Echo supposedly discovered the body. So with the window of time narrowed down between 4 and 4:05, does anyone care to share their newly up-to-date whereabouts? Ooh. Thank you, Lyle, for carrying. Or we all were in the approximate time around 4 p.m. leading up to the motivational music. If we follow through with Lyle's speculation, we might glean some information that will help us. After hanging out with Lyle, I went to the atrium. The music was blasting in there. Okay, I'm just gonna bust through everyone's statements. Missy joined me in the theater after the music started. I thought Forte and I could go backstage and control the sound system, but our attempts were futile. I was in my room still hiding under the covers. I told you, I was in the foyer leading up to the music. But it was noisy, sure, but nothing I couldn't deal with. I was in jazz club. I told Echo earlier as well. I was in the suspicious climbing center and saw no one suspicious dart past the open door. Like say, I was in my room too. Okay. Where we all were in the approximate time around 4 p.m. leading up to the motivational music. If we all follow through with last speculation, we might glean some information that will help us. Okay, let's start with Atrium. Did you run to the Atrium when the music started playing? No, I was already around that area after hanging out with Lyle. Why did I go in a giant room that echoes to avoid that horrible music? Okay. Okay. You want to meet in the theater. So you can vouch for each other, right? Yes, because Missy had an idea that required my assistance. Okay. Noisy, sure. I was in the jazz club. Ooh, okay. Wait a minute, Lyle. I know for a fact that the jazz club is soundproof. Ooh! That's right. I attempted to play the cello yesterday. You and Cyrus just outside the jazz hall in the hallway. You seemed to have any reaction when we came out shortly after. That means it's possible that Lyle is exempt from hearing the motivational music. Does it? I suppose you're onto something. I admit, I don't even know what the motivational music sounds like, but... Confluence. Ooh! That's interesting! But, nothing. It's an awfully precarious situation you've put yourself in, Lyle. Sure, it's odd, but what's stranger is, how did Lyle know about the motivational music if he never heard it? The kiosks. Remember, they translate sound to text, but this time I only saw a message. It said something like preserving the atmosphere of the room. 0. What's up? Hey, baby! You are the judge of this trial, but you are also the announcement operator outside these walls. I assume you can assist us with something clerical like this. Can you tell us what the kiosk message said in specific? Your room is in a special room that blocks outside sounds to preserve the atmosphere of the room. Please enjoy to your heart's content. I didn't write that, by the way. So you're saying we could have avoided the noise entirely? Isn't that too convenient? Wait a minute. In that case, what if Lyle was the one who killed Pandora? What? Didn't I just say it was the music that would have provoked someone to kill her? I was in the jazz club. I didn't even hear the music there. I wouldn't have felt the motivation to move. Are we killing our antagonists? Trial 1? Are we killing our antagonists? Trial 1? I mean, I'm down, but still. No, you could have killed her in the jazz club and moved your body to the spa lounge. I would explain the lack of clues in the spa lounge. This is troublesome. And any of us investigate the jazz club afterwards. No, I was so shocked for seeing the body that I didn't even think about looking elsewhere. And I think we were all just astonished as soon as we saw the body discovery chime. So, Lyle could have counted on that fact and did in fact kill her in the jazz club. It's never alibi for the large force in the afternoon anyway. Saying something like scouring the mansion for clues. You had spent the whole day unsupervised plotting the terrible thing that ended Pandora's life. Hey, haven't you heard the phrase extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence? Well, that's not out of the question. After all, the ultimate puzzle maker could have said something so elaborate that the answer to this murder puzzle goes right over our heads. Can't be possible. I was in the climbing center, which is between the spa lounge and the jazz club. If Lyle committed inside the jazz lounge, I would have been able to plainly witness this change of scene. You very well could have constructed that alibi to assist Lyle in his dark activity. Now why on earth would I lie about such a thing? Settle down! Yelling at each other with hypotheticals isn't getting us anywhere. Agreed. If it requires Say and Forte's worries, let's tackle our initial theory and go from there. Say and Forte are wrapped in the possibility of Lyle killing Pandora in the jazz club. Is what we're discussing? I mean, yeah! You know, if we continue discussing it and it doesn't hold up, then, like, it's one possibility eliminated. But if we keep discussing it and it does hold up, then, like, he's the culprit. Like, there's no loss here from discussing it. Just to be safe. We shouldn't leave anything to doubt. If Lyle is the culprit, then he shouldn't have any problem clearing the air. Are you kidding me? Fine. What will be your motive for killing her be? I hear the motivational music, so that's another question. I didn't speak to her about the forced motive question since I haven't seen her all afternoon. So tell me, based on my lack of time around Pandora, do we even have any clear reason to get rid of her?
Oh my stars, you're all so bad at this!
What?
I'll tell you all for certain that nothing happened at the jazz club.
Isn't that stupid to tell us? Isn't it stupid to tell us that, like straight up?
Huh? I'm telling you all this because you were just up on this whole trial thing. Well, what do you expect us to do? Like, you gave us like 5 minutes to only search in the spa lounge, and we are teenagers who have never done anything like none of us are even related to law in any way. You are expecting a lot of us, Zero. You are expecting a fuck ton of us, Zero. Shut the fuck up. Jeez, I guess that's what happened. There's no ultimate detective around, huh?
Yeah, no fucking shit. Can you shut the fuck up?
And your ultimate photographer is so quiet, she's all but dropped dead at this point. Heck, if she did drop dead, you have to go through another time, and I don't think I have the patience to watch you run in circles at this rate. Alright, this is clearly going nowhere. Allow me to throw you a bone. There's something strange about that known small pool, don't you think?
Ooh.
Lyle very conveniently managed to redirect the conversation from the piece of evidence to the scene. I'd like you all think for yourselves.
The note. It all has nothing to do with Pandora's murder, but what? Certain Art and Lyle know something about it, but since Lyle brought it up with us, but...
Hello?
Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds, God. We are trying to think here.
What's with the dead hair? No one discuss anymore. I want to die without giving a try your best shot, do you? Like, or did you even try to save yourself? Maybe I should stop giving you these opportunities.
The courtroom fell silent. It seems we all neglected the gravity of the situation. Or rather, we were avoiding it. Just nothing felt real. Pandora's death. Her body hardly showed any sign of injury. It was like she was asleep. It was as if we wanted to forget the reality of the topic at hand, which is that someone had killed her friend, kept dodging and darting around the main issue. Yes, as painful as it is, we must discuss the murder. It may seem hopeless at the moment, so we don't have much information to work with, but clues will reveal themselves as we bring certain topics to light. So, don't hold your tongue! We must do this to save ourselves! Yes, Missy! Take control of the situation! Take the reins! Then, I'll start with the cause of death. From there, it'll probably be easier to reason out potential culprits. According to the Monicum file, it is strangulation. Can we identify what she was strangled with? We have to touch upon the possibilities. It may be difficult to think about, but no one said such a fight would be easy. Just what was Pandora strangled with? Is this something we're missing? I was thinking it might have been rope from the climbing center. It's what we're fine to think about, but perhaps the culprit used their own hands. I don't think it's that. Snare down our thoughts and limiting things will be unlikely. You also have to think about what in the spa lounge could be used. Okay. Let's talk about the rope first. Cyrus would have seen him though, unless he's the culprit. I don't want to believe that though. I'm defending him. Rope seems like a common enough tool and things like this. Yeah, but Cyrus said he didn't see anyone near the climbing center. And I don't recall seeing any rope left in the spa lounge. The culprit could have cheated far in advance to dispose of it after the fact though. I guess, but why not dispose of suspicious notes as well? It was left in such a conspicuous place. Isn't that a bit strange? Oh, Well, as long as we're able to eliminate options, it'll get us a little closer to the truth, right? Okay. It's not that. It's horrifying to think about, but we'll use their own hands. I can't bear the thought of someone using their own hands to do this. It's too cruel. Wait, Missy. If you think about it, though, if that's what I was thinking. If someone's grasping so tight, don't you think there would be fingernail marks stuck into the skin? Ugh. I yield that you could be right. There weren't any signs of such brutality. I wouldn't easily forget something as violent as nails being dug into the skin. If that helps clarify the possibility. I suppose I'm relieved to hear that. Okay, so it's Cyrus' statement. What in the spa lounge could be used? If we consider the following. The climbing center and jazz club were occupied by one person each. Neither of the occupants saw anyone during their stay. And the killing occurred soon after the 4 p.m. music. So it's likely the culprit could have used whatever was available on location. What if anything could be used? Think. What is a murder weapon? What? Here? Is it? Oh! It's this. Could it be? Echo, are you onto something? I think so. You brought up a good line of thought that made me rethink the scenario. I think I recall seeing something that might answer our questions. Consent. You have my consent, baby. I believe the culprit might have used a towel to strangle her. It's an unassuming object, right? Of course there are going to be towels in the spa lounge room. So the culprit took advantage of the location and utilized the tools available. The tool being the very towel she was resting on. And they must have strangled her by wrapping the towel around her neck and pulling it until she stopped struggling. She stopped struggling and breathing altogether. It would explain the lack of fingernails dug in, as well as why I didn't see anyone near the climbing center and the event rope was used. It might just be conjecture, but it's the best thing we have so far. But there's something bothering me, if I may. What I don't get is, why was Pandora seemingly so relaxed in the spa? She was reclined, and there wasn't any signs of struggle in the whole room. Was it a sacrifice? Can't imagine it was a suicide, right? Because if she tried to strangle herself, by the time that she passed out and she lost strength of her arms, then she would let go and she would be able to breathe then. So it can't be a suicide. It must be like a sacrifice, I think. It's probably a sacrifice then. There must have been the obnoxious music playing in the spa too, so I doubt she would have stayed. Strange indeed. I certainly couldn't concentrate on the climbing grips once it started. That music was so annoying. I didn't know it was playing until it was outside. More importantly, Echo, did you bug your head or something? The spa lounge is soundproof! Uh-huh? Well, I guess that makes sense since they threw the door open upon entering. Hang on, what? The lounge is soundproof? Whoops, was that not common knowledge? Hold it, explain yourself. Does that have relevance to the trial? The spa lounge is soundproof. And the motivational music was playing throughout the rest of the mansion. Whoever was in the spa lounge with Pandora must not have been aware of the music. Zero, I saw in your kiosk master you didn't specify which room is soundproof. It simply said your current room is a special room. Is that correct? I said I didn't want that! Oh, but yeah, I guess it did say that, didn't it? I'm fine, yes. All second room floors are soundproof. Happy? All second floor rooms? In that case, wouldn't have Pandora been completely relaxed and unaware of the motivational music when it started at 4 p.m.? Wait, that's right! Well, not the outcome. It's more of a giant hole in a room, no closed doors or anything, you know? I wasn't aware. I left the climbing center's doors open during my stay. So it's not just a jazz club. We probably assumed the jazz club alone was soundproof because people performing there. Now it's been revealed that Pandora was willingly in the spa lounge, relaxing, completely unaware of the music, presumably far before it started playing in the first place. And even when it did begin, she would have been undisturbed by it, due to the soundproof quality of the spa lounge. Just admit it. And that means the motivational music had nothing to do with provoking someone to kill her. What? Echo, you have an idea what provoked the person, didn't you? It was this look in your face since the afternoon. It's this note, isn't it? You've seen it before. In fact, you saw it before I brought it up with you, Nard.
What are we talking about the note?
Yes, I've seen it before. Pandora herself showed it to me last night. Pandora! But how did you see it? Last said it was the announcement special gift from this morning!
I lied about that. There was no special gift. If someone did show up, I was just gonna call for the job birthday boy. I'm also pretty perplexed as to where that came from. Although maybe I shouldn't provide. The note is made things very interesting.
What is this note you're all talking about? Remember that scrap paper we saw in the spa pool? Yes, it was so beyond legibility. That's the note we're talking about. Namely, a note to be kept in secrecy. I remember it said, if you recognize one of the symbols depicted, you have finally found me and are safe. Please do not speak of this note's existence. Trust no one but yourself. It had 2 emblems on it, and as the note references, I saw one of those emblems on that wet shredded paper in the spa pool. Pandora was in possession of such a dangerous, suspicious thing. The culprit must have thought she had the note on hand and threw it in the pool to soak and destroy it. They're probably afraid of the ramifications of protecting the recipient and what effect it could have on the rest of us in the killing game. They probably thought whoever is in possession of the note must be linked to the game itself. Then wouldn't the culprit be one of the few who knew of the note's existence? That's right. She reacted when Zero first mentioned it. Say, you reacted when Zero mentioned the note earlier. Have you seen the note before? Is it Say? Oh fuck, is it Say? Because she has a connection with that watch has to be relevant to something, right? Because she got it from Pandora. Is Say the killer? Say! I have never seen it. I see. But how could that be? Last said he saw Say go into the pantry, and after she left, he saw the note. Before this trial, the only ones who could have seen it are Say, Lyle, Echo, and me, right? The assurance said to give us a lie. Then what's with the secret note being in the pantry earlier this afternoon? I imagine Pandora herself must have left it there, seeing as she was utilizing the ingredients from the pantry to make breakfast this morning. She just left it there? Then why is there a similar note in the spa pool? She couldn't have left it out of her possession if it's supposedly a note to be kept in secrecy. Wait a minute, there are 2 notes? But we still don't know where these notes came from in the first place. Ah! These random details aren't making any sense. I'm also having a hard time sorting out relevant information. Indeed, it's becoming difficult to find what is truth, what happened when, and why things are as they are. Can't we try to lay down a timeline of events that could clear our heads and straighten things out, if anything? Timeline of events. Yes, I think that could help. I know a handful of discrepancies that could be used clearing up. Perhaps I ought to take the events back to last night when Pandora showed me the secret note. The note seemed to be the biggest complication. What? Show me note at, I think it was 10 p.m., right? That's it. Yes, it was 10 p.m. Yeah, because it was at nighttime, and I was like, okay. That's why they showed the thing. I remember the lights were dim during our conversation, indicating the start of nighttime. The following morning, which is earlier today, we can assume Pandora must have been up earlier than everyone else and began preparing breakfast for us. A small group of us had breakfast and continued to converse about the force motive question, which rang in at 9? 9? That's right. The force motive question announcement rang in at 9 a.m. We briefly touched on the topic, but ultimately didn't feel any motivation to conduct any sort of killing, like to the chagrin of the announcer. Afterwards, I had planned to go back to my room, but Art stopped me and went around asking the other students about the question. We were occupied asking around until 3 p.m. Yes, that's it. But just before 3, Art and I ran to Lyle as he was going to his room. We talked to him a bit about the question, but he had little to say about the matter. During our conversation, he brought to our attention the secret note, the same secret note that Pandora had the night before. Lyle claims someone had left a note in the pantry. That's right. And the person who was lost in the pantry before him was Say. That's right. Lyle claims he saw Say scurry from the second floor atrium to the pantry and back out again. After Lyle showed us the disarmed door and secret note, Art and Lyle went off on their own and I went to study at 3 p.m. While I was in the study, another announcement rang and started playing some sort of jarring motivational music that once again attempted to start the killing. The motivational music began at 4 p.m. That's right. I recalled the announcer saying the time. I ran out of the study in a panic, trying to find any of the other students. For the atrium, I saw a shadowy figure at the top of the stairs. I followed them but lost track of them, which instead led me to discover Pandora's body. If only I was able to keep up with the shadowy figure, perhaps the trouble would have been over sooner. Strange. Couldn't seem to add anything up despite how much we knew. Or rather, perhaps there was some unforeseen force that factored in, contributed to Pandora getting killed. There had to be something missing. I felt an uneasy anticipation tugging at me, something willing to continue the pursuit of whatever force caused this mess. I had to try. Uncovering the truth was more difficult than I thought, but Pandora would tell me not to give up. I should try to narrow down where the strange factor's weak point was. I thought of a scenario from the starting point when the note was revealed, since it was a topic of contention. Perhaps I ought to think backwards from Pandora's and see if there are any holes. Pandora was killed. Oh, okay. Pandora was killed in the spa lounge. True. Pandora was killed in the spa lounge. Yes, there were any signs of her body being moved. Before she was killed, was Pandora's situation relaxed? We're able to assume she's relaxed in the spa lounge because the lounge is soundproof. She never heard the music. And the spa lounge has soundproof qualities. If Pandora was in there with the door closed, she likely would not have been disturbed. Wait a minute. When I first entered the spa lounge, essentially under the impression that there were more motivational music playing within. Little did I know it only playing because I'd done the door open, ruining the soundproof quality of the room. However, someone knew they were unaware of the music until they moved from one area to the next. The fact that the climbing center and jazz club were already occupied and neither Cyrus nor Lyle claimed they were with company. This person could have left the only remaining room that shared the soundproof quality of the two. Why was Pandora seemingly so relaxed in the spa? She was reclined, and there weren't any signs of a struggle in the whole room. There must have been the obnoxious music playing in the spa too, so I doubt she would have stayed. Strange indeed. I certainly couldn't concentrate on the climbing groups once it started. The music was so annoying. I didn't know it was playing until it was outside.
More poem, Decker. Did you bonk your head or something? The spa lounge is soundproof.
There it is. Who was behind the spa lounge and motivational music's discrepancy? What? Who was behind the I don't know. I don't know. Cyrus, I guess. Cyrus, some kind of railist, unable to. Who is behind the? I don't know. Lyle, Termina, Art. By making a remark of the change in location, the culprit could only have been spawned before the motivational music. By that logic, the culprit must have shared the room with the victim. Art must have been in the spa lounge with Pandora before she died? What? Art? Everyone, I think I had the full picture.
What was with you? You totally stayed off for a second. You were muttering this under your breath.
Be quiet, you.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Echo, was there something we were missing? Yeah, I think something might have slipped right under us. We've been looking under the guise and the motivational music has everything to do with the murder. However, it disturbs me that thinking Pandora was never exposed to it, yet she wound up victim to the effects of it. We discussed and discovered all second floor rooms are soundproof from outside noise when the doors closed. Case in point, Cyrus leaving the climbing club doors open and Lyle undisturbed in the jazz club. Then I noticed someone said something strange. Oh! Once I went out, I was wondering that too. Once I went outside, I thought he just meant like in the atrium. They mentioned they weren't aware of the music either. That is, until they exited a presumably soundproof room. Neither Cyrus nor Lyle ever encountered anyone during their stay. So, by process of elimination, the only room this person could have exited would have been the spa lounge. I don't know if anyone else picked up on it, but I think I know who the culprit is. Art! Art? No! You're a sports person, so, like, that makes sense, but no! Art! No! Art, did you kill Pandora? Art, no! Please, no! Art, no, fuck, no! Art, no! No! Art! No! Art! Fuck! Art! What? Hang on! I can't see! Please, yield. Echo, this thought of yours. It's awfully bold for you to point the finger at someone so conclusively. Well, I'm short of an idea, but it's the only piece that fits. If we put the timeline together, beginning from what Art and I separated at 3 p.m., it's not unreasonable to assume that this crime was conducted during a smaller window, after Art and Lyle separated before the motivational music. It's been stated several times that Lyle was by himself. What? Earl's going to listen to that tiny, impossible statement? Art, say something. Don't let them tell you what's what. It's nonsense! What? In fact... Whoa! He's me at the jazz club until 4 p.m. Yes, that's right! Lyle! Oh, jeez. I'm sorry to do this to your boyfriend, but Jesus Christ! Now you're just lying! Oh my god. Lyle, you must know we are well beyond the veil of smoke and mirrors at this point. What are you implying? It's far too late for you to defend him. If you two were together, it would have been mentioned ages ago. A shadow I saw at the top of the stairs. Must have been Art, taking the spa lounge towards the atrium. Must not have known there was just some music playing outside the spa. Otherwise, he wouldn't have understood that there was a shift in music when leaving the spa after the fact. Grrr! Lyle, please, think about the events in your head. I'm sorry to do this to you. As much as I hate to admit it, there's only one answer I can think of. Fuck, I don't want to do this to Art. I kind of ragged on him a bunch, but like that's because like I really liked him as a character, and I really liked him as a character. Fuck. Only one answer I can think of, even though it's all speculative, and I want nothing more than not to believe it. It's the only ammunition we have. Art, we're your friends, aren't we? Oh. Please, if we're wrong, just tell us we're wrong. If it's all true, we can put this debacle behind us. Art, no, why'd you do it to them? Why'd you do it to her? Echo, do you remember what I told you when you asked me about the force motive question? Yeah. I recall you said you like playing golf, but you haven't expanded your interest outside golfing. Yeah, because they would never let me. Oh! It's a terrible existence, being the ultimate golfer for them. Aha! Shut up! Stop it! Oh, no! Oh, you're probably one of my favorite characters, like platonically. All day, I stand around the sun, listening to jerks pitch false interests and crummy business ideas to each other. I'm not playing golf. I'm just there to look good while the suits are off playing corporate deception and back scratching. They hate golf. That motive question made me think about what I was doing. I wasn't having fun anymore, you know? I'm so great at it. I'm the ultimate golfer. Even if that's the case, I didn't feel like me anymore. It's weird. I've had more fun here, hanging out with everyone, not indulging my talent, even though it's the thing that's landed me here in the first place. I kept thinking about it. I kept thinking about the FMQ, about how I hate this part of me that's blessed with the opportunity to hang out with all you fun people. Before I knew it, I wandered into the spa lounge some peace and quiet, but no one's in there. But Pandora was in there, quiet as a mouse. Didn't even notice her until I sat right next to her. She was so nice. And why did you kill her, Art? Art! Answer me! Good afternoon, Art. Can you join me? I sure thing. Are you alright? I didn't scare you, did I? Oh, no, I just, didn't notice you when I came in. You know how it is. Head is somewhere else, is all. Head empty, no thoughts. I see. Oh, I'm gonna miss art. No, fuck me. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Please. Fuck. I would be crying right now if I wasn't on present. Fuck me. Stop. Oh. Art, may I ask something? What's up?
I believe I heard about you influencing a murder between yours and Lia's schools. Am I correct?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
That's such an amazing accomplishment. I can only wish to achieve something as half as grand as that.
Oh, it's nothing. I hardly remember it. If you insist. It's nothing to sneeze at either. I'm sure this means that both schools have benefited greatly from the feat. Yeah, probably, but I wouldn't know. I went to school for a year before I was pulled out to focus on golfing. I have a private tutor to cover the difference.
Oh, that's quite a generous offer. I hope you can use your talent and position to help more people.
I don't know if it's that big of a deal.
I have faith in you, Art. In fact, I believe all of us have the ability to induce beneficial change like that if we're given the opportunity.
Also, students, we have the power and passion and influence in our hands. Just like them. I hope we all use it for the good of the future. I know we will. And how does this end up with him murdering her?
Please! Stop! Don't even tell me, please!
Yes, at last, I finally found them.
Huh?
I didn't know what to say.
Power and passion? Influencing change as Rosie's and Chance enough to be!
The only thing my talent ever got me was trapped. I used to golf all the time with my grandfather before he passed away. After that, I was taken by some company who would take care of me, 3 square meals, and a comfortable place to live. I always played perfect games. Perfect but boring. Day in, day out with the same thing. I thought I was going to show my skill, but every game was some outside business comforts. Eventually, I honed my skills enough to a hole in one no matter what I played. I played short games no one ever cared to watch, but I aced it and they love it. With it, they eat it up. At that point, they didn't care what I did. Using my talent for good in the future? What about my future? I don't want to stay with that group for the rest of my life. I thought escaping to the preservation project would finally free me from that imprisonment. But everything's all messed up. When Pandora closed her eyes, I felt a burning. She said she found them. Who was she talking about? It's obvious, right? I didn't know what to say. I took the note she had threw in the pool. I wanted to go away. Everything happened in slow motion. It's like my body moved on its own. My head was ringing, my hands narrowed on the towel, on her shoulders, and everything was red. It was like there was a fire in my head. When I heard her gasp, her arms were tense, and eventually... I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lyle.
I can't do this! I can't do this! No, I can't do this! I can't do this! I genuinely can't do this anymore.
I can't do this. Oh my fucking god. Fuck! I'm sorry, Lyle. I was trying to have fun with you earlier. Huh? My good-for-nothing talent that made me despise golf. I never had fun with it since people discovered they could use me for their business deals. Running it out with you, figuring out a big puzzle is the most genuine fun I've had in a while. Thanks, Lyle! What the? No way! No way! This isn't real! You're just a part of the fake game, right? You didn't kill anyone. You're an actor! He's using it to cope with this.
Fucking God!
Tell me you're an actor! The whole story was a fake! Oh, tell me this isn't real! I'm dying! I am not breathing. Holy fuck!
Holy fuck!
Crying, screaming, shaking, drinking lemonade. It's miserable. Like all of us, Lyle was trying to come to terms with the fact that Art, of all people,
Art was our buddy! He was like the bestie! No, I couldn't miss him! Stop it! No! You're not the killer! You're not the killer! Stop it!
Lyle, is this the truth? We have a shred of evidence to go with the confession. I don't know if I can point out the culprit based on such little proof.
Missy, you want to keep discussing even after his piteous confession?
I'm able to have my doubts, am I not? I can't accept it. I'm sure the rest of you are also having trouble just the same. Doubting is the only thing to keep me from fully realizing the weight of a lofty, impossible to swallow truth. If I can doubt, I can still cling to the possibility of Art not committing such a horrible crime. Missy, you're deluding yourself with false hope. Just like the unfortunately misguided Lyle. Such thinking is unsustainable.
There's no need for doubt. Canon? I have definite proof.
Ooh! Ooh! Canon! Small, but it was unmistakable. Art was seated at the base of the atrium centerpiece globe with his head in his hands. Photo looked to be shot from the second floor entryway. That means the shadowy figure I saw was...
It was me, following Art as he fled from the spa lounge.
Huh?
I was in the foyer, remember? So when I saw Art emerge from the spa lounge, I went to tail him, following as far as the entrance to the atrium. Then I heard you shout for help and do an about face. Little did I know, I would stumble upon the very thing he was running from. What the heck is this? Canon, you're the weird photographer! So, does that settle your doubt, Missy?
Ugh. But why wait to reveal such damning evidence? Ugh. She didn't want to believe it either.
You think I want his blood on my hands? If I present this photograph, we know for certain, thanks to me. Because I'm always unlucky enough to be in the wrong place at the right time. I don't want to bear that weight on my conscience. I know it's selfish, but take it or leave it.
Then, I suppose it is settled. We can agree that this is unquestionably the truth. There's no room for doubt.
It seems to all go to a sentence! Unfortunately, I would rather have just not solved this case. I would rather have left this unsolved. I would rather have died. I would rather have died and have the whole thing. Even though I love everyone, I would rather have done. Why did I do this? Oh, did you all come to a consensus? In that case, it's voting time! This is the final phase of the class trial. What are you thinking about it?
This is so great having this voice come out of my mouth while I'm just on the verge of tears.
After all that effort, you better have a solid answer. Don't let any of that sentimental doubt or faith or whatever keep you from saving your asses. It's voting time! Will you choose the right answer or the wrong one?
Oh gee, I wonder who it is. I think maybe it was Pandora, you know, I feel maybe she like... No, it was me. It was definitely me. I can only... No! Let me vote for someone else! Let me vote for Lyle!
I have to vote for him! Why? No, don't make me do it! Stop it! No!
I have to.
No! No, stop it! Don't spin! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! No, it's not! He did nothing wrong! Art did nothing wrong! And we have a winner!
And the winner is not me because I fucking... I hate this so much. I hate it so much. I hate everything. Fuck! The culprit responsible for the murder of Pandora's Fairy is none other than the ultimate golfer, Arturo Campiano. Oh, talked long enough. Let's try to do better next time, alright? You get a D for that one. Fuck! For now, it's time for the grand finale. You reach your exciting destination at the end of your first class trial. That destination being punishment time! Class trial adjourned. Punishment time? Oh yeah! I'm right? You that! Too bad! So sad! Bye-bye! Recap rule 5. Expedite deposit towards ultimate prize unless telephone soon without getting caught. Oh, but what happens if they do get caught? Recap trial rules. Vote, determine and vote correctly, and the culprit alone will receive proper retribution and perish at the hands of your group decision. It's bizarre! Everyone for Echo's conveniently specific memory and Carol's terrible luck, only her to witness him, all might have gotten away! Anything to save yourself, Arturo Campiano? Say it ain't so! Say it ain't so hard! I could have missed doing the art for you! No, don't do it. Please, don't execute him. He did nothing wrong. I mean, he did kill Pandora, but he did nothing wrong. Neither of them did anything wrong. I mean, I did kill him, but they used him doing the whole thing. I will not let him. I am an art. Apologize. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is what the Preservation Project wanted, isn't it? You killed the VOD to prove your strength above other ultimates? What? You think you're gonna get the VOD? Whoops! You clearly don't have the muscle constitution to carry people's futures! What? No. You let your fears and anxiety at you until you broke! Stop! Why? I'm shocked Pandora didn't live! Please. Please! She lost to you! A weak, vulnerable, pathetic! I couldn't bear to hear anymore. That's enough! A silver voice rose from somewhere in the room. That voice, it was their announcer. Oh! The voice that welcome to this place was here? 0. Stop this at once. Ooh, there's another. She's another character? Or they. Or he, whatever. I always gave them my female robot voice, but whatever. 0, stop this at once. Oh, you! I believe I got rid of you, but you still came back! So weird! Haha! See right in there, Eve? Eve. These seemed to be the culprit. Was it not sufficiently entertaining enough for you? Yeah, they sure did do their thing, but geez, it did take a while. Alright, fine. His face is so ripped with despair. I couldn't help it. It was fun for you too, right? Stop this. Fine. I'll get on with it. Goodbye, Arturo Campiano, the ultimate culprit. No. Your execution awaits. Zero's hologram morphed out in a huge rumbling sound towards the room. Something was coming. Oh fuck. No! I'm not emotionally prepared! The courtroom floor rumbled beneath us. One of the trellis ground walls slid open, revealing a dark pit beyond the walls. From within, a golf cart came freaking out, drifting behind and circling our stands, stopped squarely behind Art. Mechanized arms swept Art off his feet, pulling him into the cart, then hardly stopped for a second before peeling back into the darkness that it came from. Art became sequestered from us. All we could do was watch in horror as his fate was projected on the screen in the middle of the trial grounds. Oh! Art was tossed unceremoniously in what appeared to be a sand bunker in the middle of a giant miniature golf course. In a daze, he rose, coughing up sand, and meeting the gaze of the kid bear statue holding a raised driver. The bear twitched. Its metal body groaned wearily as the arm shook to life. A swing tunneled through the air. Art gasped. Woo! Hardwood Camp Piano, ultimate goal for execution by extreme hazard. He's not dead. Just living in. I'm gonna be delusional. I choose to be delusional, and I'm gonna pull a me true, and I'm just gonna, I'm alive. I've never died. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That never happened. Me and Lyle are gonna be best friends after this. We're gonna bond over fucking.
Funny. He hated golf, but little did he know all those business deals he started on. Those deals are the one that brought in funding for the preservation project, the very thing he wanted to stick to. He thought he could fly away, but it turns out his influence is inescapable. Life sure is cruel, isn't it? It's horrifying. He's not dead. What are you talking about? He's not dead. You're so funny. That was a great fan execution. That was a great unused execution. What are you talking about? That wasn't canon. Lyle, do you want to join me in the Lululand here? He was horrified. A disgusting display, marking art's ultimate talent, entered his life. He hated his talent in his last moments. It was all he saw. We all stood, completely and utterly shocked. No one said a word. No one moved a muscle. An unmistakable sinking feeling froze us over. Despair. I have returned for entertaining me. How about I answer one question that's been drilling into your mind?
Where are we? This isn't the preservation project at all, is it?
Oh! I only said one question only. Our beloved culprit resides in the Monocoupa superstructure! Wherever those old plates. Now they're going to bother and think the civil engineering. No wonder some modern technology never pays off. No! I hope this satisfied your curiosity.
It certainly did not, you cad! Zero. The silvery voice spoke once more. You are a reaper of despair. Whatever you did ends in futility and provides no benefit to anyone. No benefit to anyone except you and your horrible Why fucking German? Why does this game insist on including other languages that aren't English? Schadenfreude. Do nothing for a moment, you won. I will continue to fight back, even after what you've done to me. A sliver of light remains. Echo Pine. Huh? You've received the title of Ultimate Memory.
Memory! What is that? You're a tactician, photographer, and silly puzzle master. There's memory for this. That's already required, don't you think? I won't even humor you with this one. It's not even comparable to something remotely useful, like ultimate analytical prowess like that one pathetic girl. Come on, you're really giving up trying, haven't you? It's no fun having it in competition. Fine, you think you'll give these people hope? At P6, your queen is in trouble. I have a little information neither you nor students will like. Cyrus Cirque is someone to be wary of. What?
You will I am getting out my lawyer suit right now. What the fuck did you just say about my husband? What did you just say? Do you want to fucking fight?
Is that a normal ultimate suit like the rest of you? He's much more involved in this game than you think.
I mean, Cyrus, if you're evil, it should do.
Ultimate charisma is a terrible cover to. I thought it was great. You're all truly clueless if you believe that. I mean, sure. I mean, who won it? He's fucking sexy. crazy!
Zero, stop. You've meddled enough.
What? And you haven't? I've been given this power for a reason, you know, and I'm going to use it as I please.
This isn't the answer.
Whatever! Culprit is closed. These losers can marinate this man for a night. But tomorrow we'll get it on again.
Zero.
Shut up! I'm tired of your poor, useless attempts at creating hope. You'll never win! You're a failure!
Ooh. With the odd display, the two holograms cut out. What? What just happened? 20 things happened at once! Our died. No, he didn't. He's not dead. What he did? And then Eve showed up, and then Echo's the ultimate memory, and Cyrus is suspicious. But stop it! Fuck you! I was on the verge of tears. My whole body shook violently. There's a weight at the bottom of my heart, dragging my whole body down. I felt like my head was going to split. Becoming trapped in a strange luxury mansion where I seemingly didn't belong. Stuck in a group of revered students with so-called ultimate talent. Getting involved in a class where we had to investigate someone killing someone else. Concluding with a gruesome execution as if everything else wasn't enough. Why was this happening? I want to go to bed for a long time. I'm going to. Before I knew it, my limp body dove to the floor and I keeled over. My heavy eyes closed wearily, and I allowed myself to sink through the velvety darkness. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck you! No. Oh, what's going on? Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it there. And I'm just gonna sit on this for a while. I'm just gonna cry for a while, and I'm just gonna lay down. Just try to rethink my life. Fuck! I don't want to edit this. Fuck! This is great. It's fine. Art's alive. It's okay. Oh my god. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for now, guys. If you enjoyed my suffering, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!